Most women are spending real money on new clothes to fix a look that a single $20 accessory could have solved. Nobody ever tells you that. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 8 items are quietly doing that work for the women who always look put together. Here's what's really at stake. The difference between an outfit that looks thrown together and one that looks intentional often comes down to a single accessory worth $20, not a single garment worth $200. But accessory number 6 is the one that's going to genuinely surprise you, because most women dismiss it before ever giving it a real chance. We'll get there. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll look at your accessory drawer in a completely different light. Welcome to Timeless Tresses, where elegance is built from small, deliberate choices, not a bigger budget. If that's your kind of channel, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. Accessory 1. The elegant watch. Let's start with a timeless classic. You know that feeling when your wrist looks a little bare, a little unfinished? A well-chosen watch might be exactly the answer. I understand the instinct to treat a watch as purely functional, something you check the time with, not something you style with. That instinct is exactly what leaves so many wrists looking unfinished without anyone realizing why. Here's the mechanism. A watch isn't just a tool, it's a genuine piece of jewelry, and a classic design with a leather or metal strap in a neutral tone, gold, silver, or rose gold, adds instant sophistication the same way any fine jewelry does. It doesn't need to be an expensive brand. The sophistication comes from the design itself, not the price tag stamped on the box. The Fix is a clean, minimalist watch face without excessive detail. A simple design goes with everything and never looks dated, unlike a trend-driven face that reads as of a moment within a year or two of purchase. Do it today. Look at whatever watch is currently in your drawer. If the face is busy or the strap has seen better days, that's the one detail worth upgrading before anything else on this list, since it sits on your wrist in nearly every photo and every handshake. That's the accessory hiding in plain sight on your own wrist. The next one you're probably already wearing, without realizing how much work it's doing. Accessory 2. Stylish sunglasses. Now let's talk about an accessory that's pure attitude. Sunglasses do more than protect your eyes. A well-chosen pair finishes an outfit the way a good frame finishes a photograph. I get why sunglasses often feel like an afterthought, grabbed on the way out the door rather than chosen with any real intention. That's exactly the gap this fix closes. Here's the mechanism. Classic frames that flatter your face shape read as timeless, while trend-chasing frames age out of a look within a season or two. Aviators, wayfarers, and cat-eye shapes have stayed relevant for decades for a reason. The shape itself does the flattering, not the logo on the arm. The Fix is a quality pair in a neutral color, black, tortoiseshell, or gold, that will serve you for years rather than one season, paired with a lens shape you've actually confirmed suits your face rather than whatever was on the display rack closest to the register. Do it today. Invest in a proper case for the pair you already own. Taking care of your accessories is part of the look itself, and a scratched lens undoes the polish a great frame was supposed to add in the first place. The next accessory is one that can turn the most basic outfit into something entirely different in seconds. Accessory 3. The silk scarf. This small piece of fabric can elevate a look from basic to sophisticated faster than almost anything else on this list. I understand why a scarf can feel like an extra step, something for occasions rather than everyday wear. That's exactly the mindset that leaves it folded in a drawer instead of doing real work in your wardrobe week to week. Here's the mechanism. Its power is in its versatility, not any single use. Worn around the neck, as a hair accessory, tied to a purse strap, or even styled as a top, it changes the whole read of an outfit depending on where it sits and how it's tied. The Fix is choosing classic prints, polka dots, stripes, delicate florals, with neutral colors as your safest bet, while leaving room for a pop of color when you want one to anchor a monochrome outfit. Do it today. Learn just 2 or 3 basic tying techniques. A well-placed scarf makes all the difference, and the technique matters as much as the scarf itself. The exact same scarf can read as effortless or fussy depending entirely on how it's tied. The next accessory is one no elegant woman is ever caught without. Accessory 4. The high-quality leather handbag. It's time to talk about an absolute essential, not just any handbag, but but a high-quality leather one. I understand the instinct to prioritize a bag's size or its logo over its material. Nobody tells you that the material itself is doing more of the visual work than the brand name ever will, from 10 feet away or 10 inches. Here's the mechanism. A well-chosen bag isn't just functional, it's a style statement. And genuine leather in a neutral color, black, brown, or beige, reads as considered rather than incidental. It doesn't need to be a luxury brand. What matters is an impeccable finish and a timeless design that doesn't scream any particular season. The fix is choosing a classic silhouette in real leather over a trend-driven shape in synthetic material, since the classic shape will still look current years from now, while the trendy synthetic one will already look dated by next spring. Do it today. Take proper care of the bag you already own. A well-maintained leather bag lasts for years and always looks new, while a neglected one ages faster than the leather itself ever would on its own. And if you're shopping for a new one, resist the urge to buy for a single outfit. The whole value of this piece comes from how many different looks it can quietly anchor over years of regular use, not how perfectly it matched one specific dress on the day you bought it. Now, get ready. The next one is a classic that never goes out of style. Accessory 5, the pearl necklace. Let's talk about an accessory that's pure elegance. That touch of sophistication that sometimes seems to be missing from a look. A pearl necklace might just be the answer. I understand the instinct to think of pearls as something formal, reserved for special occasions rather than everyday wear. That instinct is exactly what keeps this piece from earning its place in daily rotation. Here's the mechanism. Pearls have a unique power to elevate any look, casual or formal, and the secret is in the simplicity. A single strand is enough to create an elegant, timeless look. No elaborate layering required to make an impression. The fix doesn't require natural pearls at all. Cultured or high-quality synthetic pearls look gorgeous and are far more budget-friendly, without sacrificing the effect they create against the collarbone. Do it today. If you have a pearl necklace tucked away somewhere, dust it off and try wearing it differently, wrapped twice around the neck, or even as a bracelet, instead of the one way you've always worn it out of habit. But hold on, because the next one is the accessory I promised would surprise you. Accessory 6, the classic brooch. Here it is. A lot of people think brooches are just for grandmothers, but that's genuinely not true, and it's exactly why this piece surprises people the most. I understand exactly where that reputation comes from. Decades of one specific style, worn one specific way, created an association that the piece itself never actually deserved in the first place. Here's the mechanism. A well-chosen brooch can be the missing detail that makes a look truly sophisticated, precisely because almost nobody else is wearing one right now. Worn on a blazer lapel, at the neckline of a dress, or even to fasten a scarf, its versatility is genuinely underrated compared to almost everything else on this list. The fix is choosing timeless pieces, a delicate floral, a modern geometric shape, or an initial brooch, rather than anything overly ornate or dated in style, which is the version most people still picture when they hear the word brooch. Do it today. Don't be afraid to mix metals. A gold brooch looks stunning against silver jewelry, and that mixed metal confidence is part of what makes this piece read as intentional rather than accidental or forgotten from another era. We've still got 2 more secrets to reveal. Accessory 7, quick one, the gold or silver bracelet. This one's fast because the principle is simple. A delicate bracelet, whether a fine chain or a simple bangle, is the cherry on top of any outfit. The secret is simplicity. Classic designs that never go out of style. It doesn't need to be solid gold or pure silver. Quality plated options look just as elegant for a fraction of the cost. If you go gold, pair it with other subtle gold pieces to keep the whole look harmonious rather than mismatched across your other jewelry. Accessory 8, the leather belt with an elegant buckle. Last but definitely not least is the accessory that can completely transform a basic outfit on its own. I understand why a belt often gets treated as purely functional, something that holds pants up rather than something that finishes a look. That's exactly the oversight this fix corrects. Here's the mechanism. A quality belt doesn't just serve a practical purpose. It adds a genuine touch of sophistication. And the buckle specifically is doing more visual work than most people realize. A discreet, elegant buckle reads as considered, while an oversized or flashy one competes with everything else you're wearing that day. The fix is genuine leather in a neutral color, black, brown, or beige, in a width proportional to your body and the specific outfit you're wearing, since a belt that's too wide or too narrow for the garment undoes its own effect. Do it today. Take proper care of the belt you already own. A well-maintained leather belt lasts for years and always looks new, the same as the bag from earlier in this list. And if you're building your first quality belt, choose one that works with both your everyday trousers and your dresses, rather than buying separately for each. One great belt genuinely does the job of 2 or 3 mediocre ones. How all 8 work together. Now that you've seen all 8 individually, here's the part that actually matters most. You're never meant to wear all 8 at once. The real skill isn't owning every piece on this list. It's knowing which 1 or 2 to reach for on any given day. A watch and a scarf for a casual weekday. A pearl necklace and a leather belt for something slightly dressier. A brooch on a blazer lapel with nothing else competing for attention, the way we talked about earlier. Each accessory on this list was designed to be a focal point on its own, not a layer added to 5 others. This is really the same principle that runs through every accessory conversation on this channel. Restraint reads as intentional, and abundance reads as effort. The women whose accessories look effortless aren't wearing more than everyone else. They're wearing exactly the right one, chosen on purpose, for that specific outfit and that specific day. The one mistake that undoes all 8. Before we get to the real secret behind this whole list, there's one mistake worth naming directly, because it can undo any single accessory here, regardless of how well you chose it. That mistake is neglect. A beautiful watch with a scratched face, a leather bag with cracked corners, a scarf that's never been properly stored and comes out wrinkled every time. None of these read as elegant no matter how good the original piece was. Every fix on this list assumes the accessory is well maintained, because a neglected version of any of these 8 does more damage to a look than simply not wearing an accessory at all. 5 minutes of care, applied consistently, is doing as much work here as the purchase itself. Here's the principle underneath all 8 of these. None of them require spending a fortune. It's not about acquiring more. It's about choosing key pieces that elevate your style and enhance what's already there. Every one of these accessories does more work per dollar than almost anything else you could add to an outfit, precisely because accessories are what most people overlook and underestimate, both in what they choose and in how they care for what they already own. Look at your wardrobe with fresh eyes for a moment. That feeling that something was missing from a look. With these 8 accessories in your rotation, that feeling has an actual answer now, not just a vague sense that something's off. These 8 aren't just fashion items. They're real, practical keys to unlocking the elegant, put-together version of yourself that's already there, waiting for the right small detail to bring it forward. And the best part is that none of it requires spending a fortune. It requires choosing on purpose instead of reaching for whatever's closest on your way out the door. I want you to try something this week. Pick one accessory from this list, just one, and wear it with real intention on an ordinary day, not a special occasion, just a Tuesday. Notice how differently the whole outfit reads, and notice how differently you carry yourself once you know that one detail is doing its job. That's really the whole experiment behind this entire video. Small, deliberate choices, repeated consistently, quietly become a signature. Nobody builds an elegant wardrobe by buying more. They build it by paying closer attention to less, one accessory at a time, until the choosing itself becomes second nature. If this helped you look at your accessory drawer a little differently, hit like and subscribe. I've got a lot more of this coming every week. And tell me in the comments, which of these 8 surprised you the most, and which one can't you wait to incorporate into your daily life? I read every single one.